Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tea with Trina. I'm Trina Bolden Fields, and I am hopping on for a message today with the question, "What is your focus?" And I have two like pathways about focus that I want to share with you today. But before I get into that, I want to share with you what I'm having for tea. So I'm having jasmine green tea, and it is a hot cup of tea. And I'm really excited to get into it. And I'm really excited to get into this message with you. And I want to talk about what is your focus today. And I want to talk about that because I think it's important to. For me in my own process to create focus. I am a multi passionate person, so I'm always having multiple things going. Yet, what I do is create focus for an hour, for 2 hours, where I'm working on one specific thing. Uh, to move forward. So, what happens as a multi passionate person sometimes is that I may be working on something and I may get interrupted or have someone ask me a question, and I may like feel the need to go to answer that question when I need to be focused on what I'm working on, and I can always get back to that person. So what I need to do a lot is ask my question, what do I need to focus on now? What do I need to do now to bring me back to what I'm working on? And when you're in a moment when you're working to try to find focus, it's so important to make sure you've created your space for what you're working on in that moment to help you focus in. So eliminating distractions. Yes, eliminating distractions, putting in um, uh, a task list. So sometimes that helps me specifically, like to have a task list of things that I'm going to activate as well. So I may in the morning take about 30 minutes or in the evening to say, okay, what do I need to get done today, or what do I need to get done tomorrow? And I'll write maybe about 7 things out. I may get to 4 of them depending on how big the task is, or if they're small tasks to complete, I may get through all 7. But whatever I don't get done that needs to get done, I put it on to the next day as well. So it's eliminating distractions. Sometimes it's making a task list that you refer back to help keep you on track. And you can make sure you break things down into smaller chunks. I was doing a live yesterday, which, if you paid attention to this Time to Move Beyond Barriers virtual summit, we went live. And Matthew Reynolds was talking about making things small, taking things, and he says small bite sized chews when we're normally in different spaces, but he talks about breaking things down into smaller steps, because a lot of times if it's a huge thing that we need to get done, we may get unfocused at the moment. But if you think about what is that one step that you can activate in a movement to move whatever that task or project is, to move it forward, to focus on that one thing, right? That will help you concentrate. And as I mentioned, you can block out time to, maybe it's an hour. Some people do 45 minutes, some people do 90 minutes, where you just focus on the task that you need to complete and work on that and then move to the next. Yeah. Mm. Oh, that's really good. And another thing to activate your focus is to keep in mind what's important to you. To step into some deep breathing and meditation of, and remind yourself what's important, and then what is the next step you need to do to activate or move into it. So what is your focus? What is something, this is the other like way of entering in, what is something that you want to be concentrating on in this time, and concentrate on that thing. Take a step, one step, take it every day, one step at a time. Make sure you prepare your space for the project that you are focusing on, and then move forward in that work. And so I wanted to hop on and talk about focus in that way, as far as creating focus. And then also ask you, what is it that you want to zero in on? What is it that you want to focus on to activate today in the work that you're here to do? Because that's what you get to do. And what is it that you want to focus on? For me in this moment right now, I'm focusing on preparing for my in-person summit. So the work that I'm doing and sharing is all leading towards that. And so I'm inviting you to learn more about it. You can learn more by paying attention to the It's Time to Move Beyond Barriers virtual summit, which we are talking about what we're going to be doing in person. Okay, when we meet the end of July. So make sure you tune into that. I will share the summit here for the you are worthy dot live to join us for our It's Time to Move Beyond Barrier Summit. You can register here for that summit. And I'll also share with you the You Are Worthy Summit because you can join us there. Say, if you say, you know what, Trina, I've heard all that you shared, and I just want to learn about the in person summit, I'll share that with you here as well and invite you to it. Okay. So you can join us via the virtual summit or the in person summit. So I want to say thank you so much for tuning in for another Tea with Trina. I hope that you are enjoying what you're having this morning. Mm. And I am going to enjoy this tea and get focused in on what I need to activate today. I'm going to be moving that forward. So thank you so much for listening for a Tea with Trina. And I look forward to talking with you soon. Bye.